everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you Transformers Studio Series Leader Class Scourge. But before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on post notifications, get a thumbs up if you enjoy. So with that all out of the way, let's begin. So like always, start off with the packaging. Here it is. You can see a nice image of Scourge. See Transformers Rise of the Beast G series, Transformers. This side of the box, a nice image of Scourge. On the opposite of the box, a nice image of Scourge. And on the back of the box, you can see him both in his rebel mode and in his vehicle mode. Yeah, so that is it for the packaging. So here we have Scourge in his vehicle mode. I'll bring down the camera. He's a pretty cool looking figure. I do really like him. Yeah, so let's take a closer look at the front of the grill. See a nice motor and Terracon symbol. And you can see it has many fractions. Autobots, Decepticons, Maximals, and Predacons on it for his kill count. And one thing, it's quite hard to tell, but he does have a Terracon symbol, and so that means he kills his own team, kills his own faction, so I don't know why. Yeah, this side looks pretty good. I like the orange because it's like a fire effect, because in the movie his truck is supposed to catch on fire. Why? I don't know. So it's orange, the smokestack, so good. And one thing like funny is that when his truck mode first got revealed, I really disliked the smokestacks, but in person, it's not that bad. Like, I do really like it. Now at the back, yeah, you can see there's his hands, his legs, feet, but yeah. Underneath, yeah, you can see his head. Oh yeah, he rolls really good. Yeah, so now let's get down to size comparison. So here he is, and here he is with my previous review, 86 Sludge. And you can see how those two look. Come on. Here he is next to Battle Trap. Yeah, they look good together. Here he is next to Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. See how those two look together. Here he is next to Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. Which something tells me that the series, Rise of Beast Optimus, will probably be like a slight remold of this one. Yeah, see how those two look together. Here he is next to Freezer, and which actually one thing I wanted to mention is that he does have like you can actually put Freezer on here. So basically what you wanna have him in this transformation, which is basically if you have him in gun mode, just untap the arms and rotate them at the ball joint down here. And then you can just come here. There are two tabs here and here. Will go into slots here and there. So just stick them on. Plug in the tabs, tab, slot, tab, there's slot. There it is. And yeah, we can have that going on. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, here he is next to Optimus Prime. So just fix the smokestacks. Yeah. And one reason why I wanted to do Optimus, because there's a theory going around where Scourge is an evil Bayverse, is the Bayverse Optimus Prime, but I don't believe that theory because, well, I will show off some things like why people believe it and why I don't believe it, and I'll do the rest of it in robot mode. So one reason why is because the truck looks the same. Wow, oh my gosh. Like, come on. That, and also because of the symbols of the two factions are on the grill. Like, there's just no, like, those are two of the reasons, and I'll show off more of it in the robot mode, and I will show off why that I don't believe it. So yeah. So now, let's get down to the transformation. So first thing I want to do is come here, remove this. And no, this is not parts forming, this is actually form as gun, so let's just transform this real quick. So set them off to the side. So for his gun, first thing I want to do is rotate this up. We want to rotate this whole section around on the ball joint, flip it forward. Take this, rotate it down like that, and together, and tab it in. And there I have his gun all done. So now for Scourge himself. So first thing I want to do is come here to the sides, and you basically want to untab them and rotate them up. Oh, and I do have one problem with this, and I will show it off to you very soon. So same, untab, rotate it up. Then you can come here, flip the smokestacks forwards, like so. Then you can just leave that all up for now. So then what you want to do is you come here to the wheel assemblies, and just come here, untab this wheel, like so. Just tab it, bring it all the way down. Now for this, almost same thing, you want to just untab the grill, bring it down, and then you want to untab the wheel, like so. Want to bring it down, then what you want to do is you want to just rotate this forwards. So bring it forward, and I want to bring this whole section down, bring the wheel in, bring all of this forward. Then we can just work on here. So for here, there's a slot right there where that gray tab would go into. So forward tab, and you can just bring this down. Then you can just flip in those panels. Then you can just bring it up all the way. There you have his chest all done. So now once you have all that, then you want to come here to the front of the grill, and you just want to untab side panels. Come here, bring this up, and I'll come here and tab it from here, and tab, then we'll come here, all of this back. And I do recommend being super careful with this. I know that that for some people, and I'm not going to name names, but some people do have crackage on there, but it's kind of their fault because they're the ones that basically, I'm going to say they steal the figures, and I'm not going to name any names, but if you guys know who I'm talking about, then you know. So yeah, so when you bring this up, and this is where I have a problem. Look at all this clear plastic. All this orange, every orange that you see on here, that's clear plastic. I mean, of course, besides one on the grill, I don't think, but all this is clear plastic. So having hinges like on the clear plastic, I do recommend being super careful, because I know that here the clear plastic is thick, and so it's gonna hold, but I still recommend being super careful. So yeah, so then what you want to do just come here. So now let's get back into it. So what you want to do now is want to take the two sides, bring them in like so, and there is a tab right there that'll go into the slot right in there. So tab those in, come here, bring down that piece, bring this whole section down like so. Fortunately on mine, this smokestack is pretty loose, but nothing you can. But I don't care. So yeah. So now what you want to do is want to take this arm up, rotate it forward, and there is a tab right there that'll go into the slot right in there. So here, tap that in. I have an arm ready to go, almost. So now what you want to do is come back here, untap the leg, untap the blade. Then I want to take this whole arm some way. I want to just rotate this out and basically do the same exact thing and tap that in. So yeah. So now we can just quickly work on the legs. So for the legs, what you want to do is untap the foot, bring it all the way down. I want to swing it back like so. The same. Like so. Then after I come here, untap it, tap slot connection in here. So then you want to rotate the legs, and there you have his legs almost all done, because then you just want to flip off that tab. Yeah, there you have his legs all done. So now for back here, finish off the backpack. There's a little slot right there. That tab go into. For you to do that, you basically want to tap that in, rotate all this up, bring it forward. Want to also up all the way, then you can just tap all that in. So yeah, there's backpack all done. So now we're almost finished. Now you can just bring down the arm, take the smokestack, and take this panel, bring it up. Same here. Let me just raise up the camera real quick. Okay. Make sure the feet are actually on tab, because then if you don't, then it's gonna make it really hard to stand. Basically do the same on the opposite side. Then you can just come here, take this blade, bring it out, and you basically want to fold all this up, so like that. Then there you have Scourge in his robot mode. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at the head sculpt. And let's not drop them. And of course there goes smokestacks. Here, we just bring the legs. Okay, let me just raise up the camera. Let's take a close look at the head sculpt. You can see a nice looking head sculpt. You can see the Terracon symbol. And also another fun thing. It's basically like I will come up with smokestacks, but in the photos for robot mode, I did not really like this thing with the head, but here it looks pretty cool. Like, it's not as bad. Yeah. So look. Chest. Two nice chains. Yeah. And like, one thing which I don't like is legs, is how like weird they look. Look, like it doesn't really look as cool as like everything else on his body, but yeah. So now for articulation wise, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up that far. He can look down that far, and you can use that hinge to actually make him down even more, but not really up. His arms, how they are. Hard to explain, but instead of them rotating like up like normally, like straight, it goes like on like a little like horizontally. So you can't really make them go like up. Really, like same thing on this arm, which is quite weird. There is a rotation. There's a bend. And on this hand, his hands can go out. And all the fingers are together. On this arm, the claws are separate, so yeah, he does have a waist swivel. So legs move up that far, they can move back that far, they can rotate, can go out. There is a bend at the knee. Does have an ankle pivot. And yeah, the toe can go only outwards because of the transformation. But yeah, pretty decent articulation. So yeah. So now for the weapons. The claw you can have like this, or you can like extend it, or you can actually make them hold it. And the way to do that, if the smokestack wants to actually stay, basically you just want to rotate it up till then you can just wrap his hands around and just bring up more, and yeah, you can hold it like so. Yeah, just tap that, bring that back. So, and for the gun, the smokestack is really getting on my nerves. For the gun, for storage, just there's a little slot there where this tab will just plug into. Doesn't really matter because there's also tab. Yeah. So now, or you can actually make them hold it. Basically, do like you do a bumblebee, just rip off the arm, and you just and you have to put it in a really specific way. See, there is a little cutout right there where just go over this tab. So yeah, it's like that, and yeah, have them with a gun. So yeah, just move that. Now for size comparison, here he is. Stand. There he is. My previous view. 86 Sludge. Here he is next to Battle Trap. You can stand. Thank you. Here he is next to. I'm gonna do this one out of order a little bit. Next to Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. Here he is next to Bumblebee. And one cool thing which I do really like, so if with this Bumblebee figure, I don't know as for any other, but you can actually hold him like with this hand, like just bring out the claws, and you can have Bumblebee like here, just wrap these around, make sure the arm goes up. This. Like, he can actually hold Bumblebee, like, to make him stand straight up. He can actually hold Bumblebee, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah. So now let me just try to get Bumblebee free. And there goes Scourge. Yeah. And just bring the arm down. Yeah, here he is also. You can actually stand again. Thank you. Here he is next to. Alright. Next. Like again, I'm gonna do this a little bit off. Optimus Prime, because Here's another thing, which I don't know why. People believe mostly because of the artwork. So on the box, so let me just set these guys off to the side so I can show. On the artwork, on the packaging for his head, this thing right here, it looks a lot like the top of Optimus Prime's head from the first or third movie, which people think, oh, it is Optimus Prime, but it's not. Because if it's supposed to be the Bayverse Optimus Prime, then wouldn't it look like wouldn't that look like the on top of his head from its Age of Extinction / Last Night form, because as in his night form, he does not have that at all. So, oh yeah, yeah, and also that the whole point of Rise of the Beast, which in my own opinion, but the whole point about the Bumblebee movie, Rise of the Beast, it's supposed to be a separate timeline. Like, it's supposed to be a different universe, different everything from it's supposed to be a brand new trilogy. So away from the Bayverse. So yeah, but yeah, you can bring back Scourge. Oops, it's not up. Okay. Then last but not least with Freezer. So first thing I want to do, he can hold Freezer. Alright, this is what he meant for. So let's come here, plug that in. Yeah, he can hold Freezer. Yeah, so now for the robot mode. Yeah, bam. So we just set him down. Then I can't raise down the camera, or bring down the camera, I should say. So do that. Come on, Freezer. So here I have Freezer. Yeah. Okay, so now last thing to show off is to include a display base, which is basically the same thing as battle traps. And which it is, just place Scourge right there. And one thing which I found pretty funny is that on the packaging itself, come on. Alright, on the packaging itself, it actually has the display base like on its picture, like right for the background. Like, I find that really funny. Oops. So now, yeah. So I guess now let's get back down to the transformation. So first thing I want to do, if you haven't done so already, move the gun, press arm back. So yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, you can store this. You can just, there's a little slot right here. I'll go into a tab right back there. So yeah, if you're wondering. So now let's get back down to transformation. So first thing I want to do, come here. This, bring forward, tab that in. I want to bring this whole arm forward, or the blade forward. That, come back here, tap the backpack, bring it down. Can now flip out. Then want to untap this, bring it all the way back like so. Take this whole thing and just bring it forward. Bring this part forward, bring them down, so we can just flip out those pieces. And yeah. So I want to leave all that there for now. Alright, next thing you want to do is to come here to the arms. Just want to bring them up like that. So do the same. Then next thing you want to do is want to come here to legs. You want to rotate them. It'll slot and tab, so just peg that in, do the same, rotate and tab all that in. Here, want to just come to here, flip out the transformation and the peg, bring the feet down, bring it in, and tab it in. Do the same on to the opposite side. And it's more easy if you just untap this. So you just do all that, and you want to leave this untapped for the next part. So okay. So now, why is this fighting me? There we go. Okay. So now what you want to do is take this arm, want to untap it, and you want to just bring this in, bring the blade underneath, and it will just tab in. A little slot right there for that tab will just plug it right into. So that in, then you can just tab in all that. So yeah. For this arm, just untab it and then just bring it back like so. So just make sure you have clearance, because there really isn't a whole lot here. Come on. Here, I'll be back once I actually done it. Alright, so now what you want to do is want to bring this forward, bring that back so that tabs in, bring all this down. Come on. Like so. So now here what you want to do is want to just bring this whole section back, bring it down, and there's going to be tabs and slots where these plug into, so back as far as it can go, and then you just want to tab all this in. So there. Once again, off camera, because so then I can see. So tab all that in if it actually wants to. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now once you have it all like that, come underneath here. You want to just fold this up a little bit so you can actually flip out the sides. Then you can just flip it up all the way. Untab. Here, what you want to do is you want to just rotate this back to the forward. Bring out the wheel, bring it down again, flip out the wheel, and bring this all the way back. Rotate this, have it like that. Bring it forward, and you're just gonna tab in the wheel, tab in first, then bring this up and tab all that in. Like so. Come here, just wanna flip up the wheel and tab it in. Then there you have the front all done. So now what you want to do is come here, want to just fold out the smokestacks like so, bring it down, and here there's going to be a tab right there that's going to slot right in there. Then there's going to be a slot right there that's going to tab right in there. So bring it in. Tab all that in, make sure the smokestacks are straightened out, and do the same to the upside. Let me do the side off the camera. This side's gonna be a little bit different because there is this little piece right here where it's gonna go over the arm, like one of the claw things. So just have it all like that. Get a few nice little squeeze. The last thing to do, and you just bring out the camera now. So for his gun, so here I'm gonna split it, rotate them out. I'm gonna rotate these outwards and rotate them, have it like this. Then you want to angle these because there are these two tabs here and here where those slots will go into. So off camera, because that's the easiest way for me to see. Then there you go, and that is accurate to real truck. So yeah, they have Scourge back in the vehicle mode. So final thoughts: a good looking figure. I do really enjoy how. I just don't like how one of the smokestacks is loose, and I don't like the theory about Scourge is an evil beaver Optimus Prime. But besides all that, really cool looking figure. And yeah, so that is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!